Welcome back, everyone. I am the MoeChicken, and we are back with more Radical Dreamers. In the last episode, we read all of the books. We read all of the books in the study. And fortunately, we did eventually find the key we were looking for. So now we leave the study, retracing our steps through the dark passageway. Finally, the passage comes to a three-way branch. There's a descending staircase in front of us, in addition to passageways on the right and left. The one on the left will take us back towards the terrace. That's where I want to go, because we're heading towards the treasure room now. Treasure room? No, treasure room. Yeah. After continuing on through the passage for a while, the terrace comes into view on the right. I take a deep breath of fresh evening air, hoping to calm my senses. It'll be fine. Let's keep going. Keep going. Yeah. We make our way down the dimly lit passageway. After a few moments, we come to an old dusty door on the right. This is the clock tower storeroom, if I remember correctly. Nope. Keep on going. Just keep on going. There we go. Come to a staircase going up and a firm-looking set of doors on the left. There better be treasure here. Smell of gold thick in the air, mate. Alright, we got the key now. Let's go inside. It better open now, says Kid, putting the key we found into the lock. As the lock clicks, we're suddenly showered in all colors of light. Whoa! Fancy! Must have been an enchanted lock. Whatever's on the other side of this door's gotta be good. The heavy doors open slowly. And inside we find... Inside the room, I gasp at the awesome spectacle laid out before our eyes. Ooh, treasure! Treasure! Despite the sparse light, a brimming mountain of silver, gold, and other precious-looking artifacts shimmer and twinkle throughout this huge treasure vault. Kid is almost drooling at the sight. And to be fair, a sight like this would captivate most people. Enormous heaps of riches are piled up before our eyes, amounts most people will probably never see in their entire lives. Looks to be authentic. Remember, our goal is the flame. Not waste time with frivolities, says Mago flatly. Jeez, I told you, I know. Regardless of Mago's warning, Kid can't help but be taken aback. She gawks at the room's contents in awe until... Hey, what's that? In the back, on that pedestal. There, a palm-sized jewel radiates a pale crimson light, resting patiently behind the other treasure. It looks as if it's a roaring flame that's somehow been frozen in time. Oh, here it is. Yeah! I love this song. Song comes back in Chrono Cross, too. The frozen flame! It's floating. As Mago glides over towards the pedestal on his skateboard, I nervously call out, be careful. It could be a trap. Danger. Fine. The Kid frustratedly says, glancing back at the door. Just remember we're short on time. After investigating the pedestal for a little while, Serge was correct. It does seem to be trapped. Mago steps back, mumbling something in a low voice, while placing his hand near the base of the pedestal. Slowly, an inscription begins to emerge on the surface, shining brightly for a moment. Or cautiously lifting the scarlet jewel from the pedestal. Serge's party got the frozen flame! Da-da-da-da! Yay! Game over! We finished. We solved it. Whew, we did it! With a sigh of relief, I turn towards Maggle. He's looking intently at the flame. Way to go, Maggle! Alright, let's... Suddenly, the gem shatters into 1,000 pieces in Maggle's hand. It's a fake. Indeed, that fiend Lynx would never have left the real flame in a place like this. Damn. Suddenly, an alarm bell rings out. The room lights up, and heavy metal bars fall in front of the door. Our only exit is blocked. I look around, only to see Kid holding a fancy crown, suddenly realizing what she's done. Serge's party got the golden crown. Dee-doo-doo-dee. It's useless. The dim-witted dingo, I say to myself. Suddenly, out of the corners of the room, 4 mechanical birds suddenly come to life. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Their loud metallic screeching only adds to my uneasiness. It doesn't look like it will open, says Mago, checking the iron bars in front of the door. We start to hear deep, snarling voices somewhere outside the room.
Which way is it coming from?
A heavy voice asks.
Sounds like the treasure vault's alarm to me.
The voices continue to get louder and louder as we stand motionless inside the room. We silently gawk at each other, hoping any one of us will have some sort of plan. Kid hides herself under a mountain of gold coins. Quick, hide, mate! I frantically look around the room. There, over in the far corner, there's an empty treasure chest behind a post. I dash over towards it, climb in, and close the lid. Alright. Did we win?
Looks like there's no one here, boss. That's strange. No one's ever been able to escape this old thing.
Softly opening the lid of the chest, I take a peek outside through the small crack and see 5 goblins bedecked in armor, having unlocked the iron bars and standing just a few feet from me. They look around the room restlessly, peeking into the shadows. Eventually, one of them raises his head to speak.
Maybe a rat set it off. The cook was complaining something about rats the other day. Rats? Are you trying to tell me a rat set off the trap?
A fat goblin questions the other with a doubtful face. And with that, squeak, 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 comes from the corner over where Kid's hiding. Taken aback, the goblins stop moving and look at each other. After a little while, the chief slowly strokes his chin and says, No, actually, wasn't it stray cats that the cook was complaining about? Meow, 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 comes the voice a second time. Again, the goblins glance at each other.
That's strange. For what I heard, it was a vicious hecarim that ran into the pantry, I think.
Not a peep this time. I can only picture Kid racking her brain, trying to think of what a hecarim sounds like. We know what a hecarim sounds like. It says, Yes, indeed! Like Chrono Trigger if you don't get what I'm talking about.
Hey, just as I thought. A thief,
says one of the guards. But just as they can start to approach,
Oh, well then, I guess it certainly is a hecarim, without a doubt,
one of them says, exchanging a smile with the others.
There's a funny joke. Well, that's pretty frightening then. Come on, let's get out of here.
The pack begins to file out of the treasure vault. But then, suddenly, the goblins all spring on the pile of gold.
Well, what do we have here?
Get your hands off me, you slimy freaks, Kid says, struggling to break free.
Slimy? A thief like you yourself isn't in much position to criticize,
one of them hollers at her. Kicking herself free of their grasp, Kid inches back into the corner of the room. The goblins start to corner her off, laughing to themselves. I quietly sneak out of my hiding spot and unsheath my knife. Taking on an entire troop of armed goblins is a lost cause, even for Kid. What should I do? Frankly, I'm in a quandary. I've got to save her. Yeah, I can't abandon my friends, especially at a time like this. Gripping my knife tightly, I charge into the center of the room, shouting, Hey, you stupid oafs! They all turn around, staring at me blankly for a moment, before their expressions turn to rage.
You just came out here to die, didn't you, little man?
Oh.
You really want us to trample over your head that badly? Well, I suppose we can accommodate you,
the goblin boss says. I think that was different from the goblin boss. I think that was the fat goblin. Without a moment's hesitation, Kid shouts back, Don't think you can easily pick a fight with the likes of the great Kid and get away with it. I love when she calls it the great Kid.
Wait a minute. So you're the elusive Kid?
The boss asks, his eyes softly narrow.
How sweet this is. Perhaps if I deliver your head to Lord Lynx, he'll give me a nice reward.
I think it's going to be a fight now. The boss goblin takes out its morning star from its side. The huge iron ball jangles down to the floor.
Please don't confuse us with just any ordinary goblins. Striking fear to the hearts of men everywhere, we are Lynx's elite security force. The fearsome magical goblin! We're the magical gobblers! The magical gobblers!
It's like, if you've ever seen the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, there's a scene where like this one guy's tried to intimidate them with what he thinks is his awesome scary nickname, which is Taserface, and no one takes it seriously. That's what I have to assume that how people would react to the term magical gobbler team.
We are deadly turkeys.
If you got time to spat off all that nonsense, then you sure enough got enough time to get your asses kicked, Kid shouts, exploding with a fierce roundhouse kick. She exploded. It's a lost cause. Parts of her are everywhere. Goblin teeters, head daggers, dizzied by the brunt of her attack.
Let's get him, boys! Stop with that little twap over there!
Metal balls begin to swing around, swooshing through the air with a deadly speed.
Jet gobbler attack, now! Don't! Did you just step on me? No one's ever beaten the jet gobbler attack!
Sliding across the floor like the wind, the goblins simultaneously rush us. No, that's more like an ogre. Looking up, all I see is the goblin coming at me head on, ready to bash its weapon into my skull. Dodge. I feel the gust of wind from the metal bars that closely grazes by me. Somehow, I manage to dodge safely. However, I fall off balance and hit the ground with a thud. Beside me, an arrow of light jumps from Maggle's fingertips, instantly pulverizing the goblin. The goblin topples to the ground, half vaporized. Maggle stares at it with his ever-present eyes of steel as his dark cape flaps in breeze. Another huge iron ball whizzes through the air, swinging down towards me. Roll over and dodge it. As quickly as I can, I roll over and try to dodge the attack. Oh no, however, the iron ball strikes me square in the back, sending me clear off my feet. I was on the ground. I hit the ground with a hard thud as the back of my head smacks against the hard stone floor. I roll over and try to recover, but the throbs of pain are unbearable.
Sing, boy, sing the song of pain!
Scampering away, I suddenly see a dark shadow cover the ground in front of me. Fearfully looking up, a huge goblin towers directly above my quivering body.
Die!
The goblin roars, swinging his weapon down. No! I won't go that easily! Kid comes to my aid, delivering a lightning-quick strike to one of the goblins.
What's the matter, huh?
What's the matter, huh? Where's your magical gobbler skills now, or whatever you call it? The goblin can't help but collapse onto the floor in pain. Kid boots it in the jaw before backing away for her next attack. Quit screwing around, Surge! Keep an eye on your own trouble! Somehow I manage to reel to my feet and avoid the blow. Looking up, all I see is a goblin coming me head-on, ready to bash its weapon into my skull. Same options. Parry this time. Frantically parrying the goblin's attack, I try to lunge with my knife. Quick as a mouse, I slice into the goblin's side. It lets loose a gnarling scream of pain as its putrid face contorts in agony. I turn around to see Maggle's black wind spell streaking out from his fingertips, transforming in midair into a countless number of razors. They fly like homing missiles into one of the goblins, cutting it to shreds.
Who can a human have such power? Who are you?
The goblin shrieks in fear as its body is effortlessly torn to pieces, not pictured, thankfully. Maggle's expression remains unchanged as he silently surveys the scene, looking for his next target. Another huge iron ball whizzes through the air, swinging down towards me. Ran the bastard. I've got to think of a better strategy than just standing around. I quickly put my weight onto the goblin, trying to force it off balance. Gritting my teeth, I butt my head into the goblin's face. My head feels like it's been hit by a hammer. However, as I open my eyes, I see that the goblin's a lot worse shape than I am. It falls backward in a daze, its mouth a bloody mess.
Glory to the magical gobblers!
Says the last of the goblins as it comes crashing to the ground in a bloody mess. Whew. Oh, that's the last of them. Hey, I did okay. That fight can go very badly if it goes very badly. Easy. Easy, says Kid, wiping the sweat off her brow. Hey, fool, she says, staring bitterly at me. I can take care of myself. Her eyes start to quiver, and she turns away. But...
We must be on our way. No time for quivering eyes, Kid.
Maggle says,
There's no way of knowing who else knows we're here now.
Oh no, a bastard's causing us too much trouble.
They said they were Lynx's personal guard.
Oh wait, they said they were Lynx's personal guards, yeah? They might have... Oh wait, they said they were... I keep expecting Surge to say something but he's not. They said they were Lynx's personal guards, yeah? They might have some valuable stuff on them. But before she even finishes speaking, Kid starts to search through the head goblin's clothes. Sheesh, this really no need to be such a scavenger. Oh, what's this? She says, removing a small metal object from the goblin's pocket. It's a hand-shaped medallion of some sort, covered in archaic-looking symbols.
It is a key, Maggle says, walking over towards us. These markings suggest it unlocks a certain magical seal.
Well, their loss, says Kid, casually putting the plate in her pocket. Ugh, damn it, they don't have any other good stuff. Cheap goblins. She stands up and looks around, sighing. Oh, it'll be a real waste to leave all this loot behind, though. I mean, we can always come back for it later, Kid. Kid turns around and grins. Cheh, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go. The night won't last forever. Yeah, it really won't. How long have we been doing this? Alright, so now we have a thing. We have a metal plate. Did we already go up the stairs? I don't remember if we did or not. I'm trying to remember my own series now. I don't remember if we did this or not. Let's go check it out. If I'd already did this, sorry, but I don't think I have. So we're gonna go up the stairs. With Kid in the lead, we ascend the narrow staircase. The cracked stone stairs seem to endlessly twist upwards. It feels as if we're heading up to a scaffold to be executed. So that's a bummer. Atop the staircase, an old but solid door waits for us silently. This damp place fills me with a feeling of dread. There's a faint voice coming from the other side of this door. Kit, says Kid. I fear the worst. Maybe we should check somewhere else, I say. What's the matter, you chicken? Yes, I am, actually. She says while glancing at me, but I can tell by the sound of her voice that she isn't feeling much better about this than I am. There's something wrong about this place, and we all know it. Oh, and we're up against time. Okay, so in the next episode, we will... I mean, we're going to open the door. We're not going to go back down the stairs, but we're going to open the door. But that will have to be for next time. I am the MoeChicken. This is Magical Dreamers? Magical Dreamers! Radical Dreamers. We fought the Magical Gobbler Squad, and we won. Thanks for stopping by.
Long live the Magical Gobbler Squad!